الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Now, the first lesson, which we are going to focus on, is going to be on lesson 1. And I've got my Hausa books out as well, which we normally teach in the Hausa, so that when I'm teaching you, I'm giving you enough information that I can take you to the next level, which I'm trying to achieve with yourselves for reading Arabic text itself. So let me bring book 3 on the screen. Just 1 second. Book 2, book 3. So there's a particular approach which I'm using with yourselves so that you are able to achieve the level which is required to be able to read books, Ulum al-Quran, and read the tafsir of the Quran in the Arabic language, which I'm anticipating on, inshallah, other sciences which I want to teach in the Arabic language rather than the English language. Okay. Now, the first lesson, everyone has done the first lesson before. Now, Sister Sabira and Sister Sadia, do you want me to go through the lesson as well, read the Arabic, the text as well, or just the points to remember? How do you want me to do this lesson? Because what I was planning to do, it's fine, I could do it, that's fine. I was planning to go through the points to remember, these points, and then expand upon them. What would you like me to do, Sister Sabira Kanji, as you're one of the official late class student?
I don't mind any, Molana. It's points to remember is all about the lesson anyway.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's fine.
Absolutely up to you. Don't mind.
No, okay, that's fine. Okay. Right, okay, let's start. Now, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Sister Sabira, can you start from the points to remember first? Bismillah.
Okay. In this lesson, we learn the following. Inna. In Arabic, there are 2 types of sentences. A, the nominal sentence, al-jumlatul ismiya, wherein the first word is a noun. Example, al-kitabu sahlun, the book is easy. The noun which commences the nominal sentence is called the mubtada, al-mubtada, while the second part is called the khabar, al-khabar. B, the verbal sentence, al-jumlatul fi'liya, wherein the first word is a verb. Example, kharaja Bilalun, Bilal went out. The particle inna is used at the beginning of a nominal sentence. Example, al-kitabu sahlun becomes innal kitaba sahlun. Note that the noun after inna is mansub, i.e. it has an a ending. After the introduction of inna, the mubtada is no longer called mubtada, but is instead called ismu inna, and the khabar is called khabaru inna. Inna signifies emphasis. It can be translated as indeed, surely, no doubt, and verily. No, okay.
Okay. Now, so first of all, we need to understand that inna is a particle. What does it enter? It enters what type of sentence? Is it a verbal sentence or a nominal sentence? Questions, anyone?
Nominal sentence.
Nominal sentence. Now, a nominal sentence contains 2 parts. What are those 2 parts?
Mubtada and khabar.
Mubtada and khabar. Now, for you to master what inna does, I need to go one step back, because I am going to make this as well. This recording, I'm going to keep them to teach at a level that anyone who listens to this recording can benefit as well. So I'm going to explain. First of all, you need to understand. You need to understand what is mubtada and khabar and what types of mubtada and khabars you can have for you to be able to understand inna, how it acts. Because inna, it just enters a sentence of mubtada and khabar. So first you need to understand the basic rulings, what is mubtada and what is khabar, for me to explain inna clearly and clarify in a manner that you will understand the complete rulings of inna, how it acts. Now, first of all, does anyone know what can come as mubtada and what can come as khabar? What is the ruling? It's an open question to everyone. What nouns are able to come as mubtada? Does anyone remember?
Indefinite noun. Indefinite.
What nouns can come as mubtada, as a subject?
Pronouns.
Number one, you said pronouns. That is correct. So
Proper nouns.
proper nouns with like proper nouns, you mean names of individual like Zaid. That's two.
Definite.
Demonstrative pronoun.
Ahsanti, Sister Huma. Demonstrative pronouns, hadha. Correct. What else?
Definite nouns.
Definite nouns with alif lam. Correct. That's four.
And muzaf and muzaf alayh.
MashaAllah. Mudaf and mudaf ilay. Correct. That's four. So let me break it down for you again and give you examples. Everyone get a piece of paper. Everyone get a piece of paper. Now, the nouns which can qualify to be the subject are the following. Number one, all nouns which start with alif lam. All nouns which start with alif lam. For example, if you look on the screen, it says al-kitabu jadidun. So when we say al-kitabu jadidun, the first noun is the mubtada and it's a subject. In English, the subject, and jadidun is the khabar. So alif lam, al-kitabu is the subject, which is with alif lam. Okay, so this is the first type of subject. The second type of subject you can have is I'm going to do it in a sequence, a pronoun. Pronoun is like huwa and hiya. Huwa, hiya, these are pronouns. So all pronouns are proper nouns because they're referring to one individual itself. For example, if you want me to write the Arab, I'll write the Arabic in the so when we say huwa Zaidun. So huwa talibun is better. Huwa talibun. So when we say huwa talibun, it means he is a
Student.
He is a student. So let me write it in the chat box as well. So you have this huwa talibun. So huwa talibun, huwa, he is a student. Huwa talibun. So in the first example, I said al-kitabu jadidun. And here, huwa talibun. So the mubtada is huwa, talibun is the khabar. And remember this point. In both of these examples so far I've given you, al-kitabu jadidun, huwa talibun, the second noun, what are you seeing so far with these two examples?
They're both
Nakira.
Exactly. Al-kitab, exactly. So this is the ruling that jadidun. So al-kitab, in both of these examples, then the khabar itself is nakira. This is the normal position for all khabar itself, that they come nakira without alif lam.
Sheikh, I'm
Without
sorry. What does nakira mean?
nakira means indefinite, meaning it does not have alif lam.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I have a question for everyone now. If I said, now this is going to book one. Now, if I said in the first example, which I said al-kitabu jadidun, if I add alif lam, to al-jadidu, which will become the new, what will be the translation then? Al-kitabu al-jadidu.
It is
The
a
new
phrase.
book.
The new
The
book.
new book.
So what does the new book mean?
Not manut.
Not man'ut, exactly. So what happens when you change the khabar and add an alif lam, it becomes the adjective of the book. Is describing the book. At the moment, when we say al-kitabu jadidun, the translation is the book is new.
New.
Book is new. Huwa talibun, he is a student. So we are inserting is between the two words to separate the subject and the predicate, mubtada and the khabar. But when you add alif lam, then it becomes an adjective of the book and it becomes an incomplete sentence. It becomes a incomplete sentence. So if we said al-kitabu, if I said al-kitabu al-jadidu, what I need to do then, I will need to add another noun without alif lam to make it the
Sentence.
to complete the sentence, and that will become the khabar. So if I say al-kitabu al-jadidu,
Lihamid.
على المكتب.
okay,
or هذا الكتاب الجديد.
so yeah, so you could say, so if you say هذا الكتاب الجديد, then it's still al-kitabu is so it still becomes incomplete sentence. So you could say qadimun, which is old. I could say jamilun. I can say, I'm write this down so you have this as well. Ala al-maktabi, as Sister Zahra said. Ala al-maktabi. All of three of them are correct. So al-kitabu al-jadidu. Al-jadidu is an adjective describing the book. And al-kitabu, as it is coming in the beginning of the sentence, it will be treated as the subject, the mubtada. Qadimun is a single word. As you can see, the different types of khabar, you can have a single word without alif lam coming as the khabar.
But
Qadimun-
Kadimun, would Kadimun make sense because you're saying Jadidu is new and then you're saying Kadimun is old, right?
The new book is old, meaning it's an old book, but it's new.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you have a new book, but it's an old book itself, meaning a book which maybe published many years ago, but it's a new book.
Yes, thank you.
So yes, from that sense, it's correct. Al-kitabu jadidu or jamilun. Al-kitabu al-jadidu jamilun. The new book is beautiful. And the third one is al-maktabi. The new book is on the
Desk.
desk. So jar and majroor, whenever you have jar and majroor, please remember this point. Whenever you have a preposition, ala, fi, min, whenever they come, they always come as khabar. They always come as
Covered. Yeah.
khabar. They never come as mubtada.
You can have Li Hamidin.
Li hamidin, exactly. So al-kitab al-jadidu li hamidin, exactly. Did everyone know this? That whenever a preposition comes, min, ala, fi, they always come as the khabar. They never can come as the mubtada. Did everyone know this or not?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
You knew this, yeah? Okay. Yes.
Sheikh, can you Sanikum?
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, sister.
So Sheikh, if can you, as you said, whenever jar and majroor,
Yep.
like these words come, they always come with as a khabar.
Yes. Correct.
They never come as a subject. They
Correct.
always come as a predicate. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. If
So-
if you give like,
Here,
if
look at the
you give an
screen.
example.
Al-kitabu al-maktabi. The book is on the desk.
Yeah.
Another example, Muhammadun fil masjidi. Muhammadun fil masjidi. Muhammad is in
In the mosque.
the mosque. So Muhammad, the word is has been inserted to make it connect the two words together. Muhammad is in the mosque. So in the mosque is the khabar, the information which is being provided so that it is related to Muhammad and completes the sentence. And it's a
And
nominal sentence.
okay, and noun for the noun after this jar and majrur is always with the kasra, right?
Yes, yes, it's harf jar. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me continue now. So we did the first example, alif lam. Second example, we did pronouns. Number 3 is ismul ishara, the demonstrative pronouns. So I could say, I'm going to give you an easy sentence. Hada kitabun. So when we said hada kitabun, this is ismul ishara. Hada is coming as mubtada, and kitabun is coming as
Khabar.
khabar. Okay?
Ishara.
Ismul ishara. Okay. So we did first one. We did alif lam. Second is we did pronouns. Third we did ismul ishara. The fourth one is going to be proper nouns. Proper nouns. So proper nouns could be names of individuals. All names of individuals can come as the subject itself. So Muhammadun. So Muhammadan Rasulullahi sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. So here Muhammadun Rasulullahi. So Muhammad is the mubtada, Rasulullahi is mudaf and mudaf ilay, and it's the khabar. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everyone listening?
Yes, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Proper nouns. And the next one is mudaf ilay.
Number 5.
Yes. Number 5, mudaf ilay. So, for example, mudaf ilay being example, if I said kitabu aliyin ala al-maktabi. So, kitabu aliyin. So kitabu aliyin. So what's happening here now? Mudaf and mudaf ilay is coming as the mubtada. Ala al-maktabi is jar and majroor coming as the khabar. Is this clear so far with everyone? Yes?
Yep.
So these are the 5 types I've given you. There's 1 or 2 other ones, but these are the main 5 which I need everyone to know. Okay, now the next thing I need to explain is there is 5 types of khabars as well. There are 5 types of khabar. Now I'm going to ask Sister Sadia to come on the mic. Do number one. So when we talk with mufrad, The word mufrad, it means a single word. So
Yeah.
yes, so mufrad does not mean singular, singular in the sense that indicating upon one person as such. No, mufrad in grammar, it means a single word. It's not a composition of words together.
All right. Yeah.
So now al-kitab, let's Bismillah, read this and explain.
Al-Kitabu Jadidun. The
Yep.
book is new. So it is just indicating one mubtada and the habar for that mufrid mubtada, and then habar for it's new.
Yeah, so the word mufrad is referring to the word which is highlighted, jadidun. So jadidun is a one word itself. It's not containing mubtada and khabar. It's just one word itself. So that's what
So
it means.
it can be mubtada or it can be habar, or just it will be habar.
So jadidun is just the khabar because
Khabar,
it's without alif lam, okay?
But mufrid indicates the habar.
Yes, mufrad is
Yes,
indicated
okay.
towards the khabar, yes.
All right. Al-Quranu Kitabullahi. Now, kitab, in which is mufrid, highlighted for that. Kitabullah is mudaf mudafilai,
Yes,
and this indicate
it is
a
khabar.
single book of Allah.
Yep. So kitabullahi is, even though it's mudaf ilay, it is treated as a single word itself.
Single word. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a compound itself. That's the reason. Thank you. Next person, sister Niggat. Can you come on the mic? Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillah. Next one, number 2, jar and majroor. So jar and majroor, it's a harf jar, and a noun which is coming after is majroor. That is the second type of khabar you can have. Go ahead. Shibh jumla, it means a similar to a sentence. That's shib. Shib, it means shabi, similar to a sentence. It's not a sentence, but it's similar to a sentence. That's what shibhul jumla means. Continue. Al-kitabu.
Al-Kitabu al-Maktabi. Al-Kitabu is mubtada and al-Maktabi jar majroor and is khabar.
Correct. So jar and majroor is khabar. And the next one?
Fil bayti rajulun. So fil bayti is khabar and
Yep.
rajulun is mubtada muakhar.
Okay, why now is that the jar and majroor, the khabar, is coming before the mubtada? Why? This is the mubtada. Rajulun is the mubtada. Because I said to yourself, jar and majroor can only come as khabar. They cannot come as mubtada. Now, why is the mubtada being delayed? Why?
Khabri muqaddam.
For the emphasis,
No.
Because mubtada is indefinite.
Because it doesn't
nakira.
contain alif lam.
Exactly. So Sister Huma,
Yeah.
Sister Sadia and Sister Zahra, you're right. Because the word rajulun is nakira, it's without alif lam. So to restrict it, to restrict who we're talking about, you bring fil bayti, in the house is a man. That's the ruling in the Arabic language. So whenever the mubtada is coming without alif lam, then the khabar comes first and then the mubtada comes after. It just protects the sentence itself to make it understood what's happening here.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Understand now.
Right. Next person, Dr. Zafar Abbas. Bismillah. Number 4, dharf. When we talk about dharf, we are talking about adverbs. So adverbs are those nouns which indicate upon time and place. Bismillah.
So al-kitabu tahta al-maktabi.
Al-kitabu tahta al-maktabi.
Maktabi.
So the word tahta means underneath.
Yeah.
And whenever the zarf comes, all the adverbs of zarf, they are always mudaf, and al-maktabi is mudaf ilay.
Yeah.
So the over here, ala is a harf, and it gives it kasra, but zarf are nouns. Tahta and amam are nouns, and they come always as mudaf, and the noun which comes after is mudaf ilay.
Right.
So here, whenever a zarf comes, they will always come as
Muzaf.
mudaf ilay and khabar.
Yeah.
Now, why is it amam al-bayti? أمام البيت حديقة. What does that mean?
In front of the house is a garden.
In front of the in front of the house is a garden.
Yeah.
So حديقة is why is coming delayed? Why is the subject delayed and the khabar coming before?
Because it's not proper. Alif lam.
Is that clear, doctor?
Yeah.
Perfect. Next person, sister.
Sorry,
Yes.
Sheikh. If you can just explain another time this tahta, the reason in between.
Tahta is indicating time and place. Tahta underneath.
Mm-hmm.
All adverbs under, above, below, in front, behind, they are called adverbs. So whenever adverbs come, they always come as mudaf ilay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah? Okay, brilliant.
Sir, can we include qabl and ba'ad in the?
Yes, qabla and ba'da as well.
Okay, jazakallah.
Yeah, that is right. Now, next one now, number 4 is al-jumlatul ismiya. Al-jumlatul ismiyatu. Now, the first 3, what we have done, we did single words, jar and majroor, prepositions, zarf, adverbs. Now, over here now, number 4, what we're going to do is verbal sentences. Now, verbal sentences, what are verbal sentences? Not verbal, my mistake. Nominal, al-jumlat al-ismiya, nominal sentences. Al-jumlat al-ismiya is nominal sentences, meaning that they have mubtada and khabar. They are complete sentences themselves. They are complete sentences themselves. However, even though they're being complete sentences, they are coming as a complete sentence as a khabar or a mubtada. For example, Hamidun. Hamid, is it a noun or a verb?
Now,
A noun. Now here, Hamid, full stop. Akhuhu, mudaf ilay. Akhuhu, his brother. Again, a mubtada. His brother is a wazir. His brother is a minister. If we removed Hamid and just had Akhuhu wazirun, his brother is a minister, is it a complete sentence?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It is.
it
Yeah.
is. It is.
So the whole Jumlatul Ismiya with the Mubtada and the Khabar is Khabar for Hamid. Hamid, his brother, is a minister. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is a Jumlatul Ismiya coming as the Khabar. And then the next one, Fatimatu indaha sayyaratun. So here, what's happening here is that indaha, mudaf ilay, is khabar, sayyaratun is mubtada. So again, the ruling of the rulings of mubtada khabar is applied to here, and this is jumla ismiya coming as a khabar for Fatima. Fatima, she has a car. Is that clear, everyone?
Yep.
Yes. So,
Okay.
Sheikh, can I ask one thing?
Yep.
When we are taking the name as well, Fatima, and then she has the car.
Yep. Yeah, Fatima. Fatima is the mubtada. Indaha, she has a car. So indaha sayyaratun will be treated as a complete sentence itself.
Okay.
And it's coming as a khabar for Fatima. Because Fatima and Muhammad and Hamid, these are names. And whenever a noun starts, they will be treated as the verb, a nominal sentence itself.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Next student, sister, let's bring Sister Huma. And then after Sister Huma, I will bring Sister Kawthar. Sister Huma, Bismillah. Al-jumlatul fi'liyatu. So al-jumla al-fi'liya is a verbal sentence. So what does a verbal sentence require?
Verbal sentence requires first a verb
Excellent.
and then the object.
And what else? You have the object, but to have the object, you need a person who's performing the action. He is called a
Doer.
exactly. So you have verb, doer, object.
And object.
Exactly. So let's read. Bilalun is the subject.
Kharaja
Yep.
al-fasli. Kharaja is a
Verb.
verb.
Mhm.
Min al-fasli, from the classroom. That's the object or khabar.
Correct. So the whole sentence, kharaja, he exited. So normally the verb, after the verb, you should have the noun. You shall kharaja Bilalun min al-fasli. Bilal exited from the classroom. But what's happened here is that the name who is performing the action, which is Bilal, is coming before the verb. Therefore,
I
when
think the
Bilal,
object here, I think is what is missing is huwa, the pronoun.
yeah, the pronoun itself in kharaja, it's the actual doer, which is reverting or diverting back to Bilal, or referring back to Bilal and indicating he is the one and he exited. So normally, when you translate kharaja Bilalun min al-fasli, let me explain something else. Let me explain it a different way. Every verb requires a doer, correct?
Correct.
Every verb requires a doer. Now, what demonstrates, what illustrates who is performing the verb? How do we know when we have a verb who's performing the action? How do we know? So, for example, if I say, Sister Huma, to you, kharajtu, what does that mean?
Kharajtu.
left.
I left.
Two is the doer.
Who is the doer, Sister Huma?
Yes.
Kharajtu, yes, the to at the end, yes?
Right. Correct.
So when we say kharajta, who is the doer?
Ta again.
Exactly, kharajta, you exited. Now, all the verbs itself, they have suffixes attached to the end itself, which represent who is performing the action. Okay, this is with all the verbs, except kharaja. There is no any suffix attached to the verb which represents so the pronoun huwa is hidden in kharaja.
Right.
All the verbs. However, sometimes we have, with the verb, we have a noun. So instead of using, so when a noun comes after the verb, so when after the verb, a noun comes, a noun, a name of an individual, then the pronoun in the verb is not mentioned. Only the person who is mentioned after the verb will be translated as the doer of the action. So if I said kharaja min al-fasli by itself, it will be translated as he exited from the classroom. But if I put Bilalun after kharaja, I will say kharaja Bilalun min al-fasli. Bilal exited
from the classroom.
From the classroom. Can you see the difference between the two now? Yes. Now Bilal is not mentioned after kharaja, it is mentioned before it. So who is going to be the doer of the verb now in kharaja? Is it going to be, are we going to say he, or are we going to say Bilal exited from the classroom?
I think we're taking it that huwa is the pronoun, is subject hidden.
Exactly. Excellent. So because Bilal is not mentioned after the verb, so we'll say Bilal. So the translation will be Bilal, he exited from the classroom. And the pronoun, whenever in the verb, the pronoun is going to be the doer of the verb, it always needs to be diverted back to a noun in the text itself, who is the doer of that verb itself. Doctor, is that clear?
Yep, sounds like it.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if Bilal comes first, is it still a Jumla Failya?
No,
Because
no,
Jumla
Jumla
Failya
Ismiya.
start with the fail.
Exactly.
So this is Jumla Ismiya then.
Yes.
It's Mubtada and the Kharaja min al-Fasqa. Okay,
Correct.
khabar.
Correct.
Because it is under the heading of Jumla Failya, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So this is Jumla Fi'liya. The
Right, okay.
khabar is Jumla Fi'liya, not the whole
Alright.
sentence.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Gigi.
But if we add Bilal, then it becomes the Jumla Ismiya.
Exactly. If you remove Bilal from the beginning, kharaja Bilal min al-fasli, then it becomes a Jumla Fi'liya.
Okay.
Sister Sadia, is that clear for you? Sister Sabira? Sister Sabira? Sister
Clear
Sabira?
for me. Yes,
Yes, sir.
it makes sense.
Okay, because your silence sometimes it scares me. So I need you to just give me the feedback you understand, because I want everyone to understand everything so that everything is crystal clear. So inshallah we can move to the next page. Thank you. Next one, Sister, who was going to be next? Sister Umar, last one, At-Talibatu.
At-Talibatu zahabna ilal madrasati. The female students exited from the madrasa.
Yep, from
Went.
yes, went.
Yeah. So here at-Talibatu will be again, it's a noun, and for full sentence we are talking about Jumlatul Ismiya. But when you remove and we want to see who's the doer, we have to understand that the pronoun which will be hunna.
Correct.
Zahabna ilal madrasati.
Excellent. Excellent. Because whenever the doer of the verb comes before the verb has to coincide with how many individuals and gender. Because at-talibatu is plural, female, so dhahabna has to be plural, female. They have to tally up with each other. Is this clear for everyone now?
Yes.
Yes, Sheikh, if Sahaba or Zahabna were to come before Talibatu, would it also need to be at sync with Talibatu? Zahabna Talibatu ila al-madrasati?
Do you remember in lesson number 5, I think lesson number 5 in book 3, we spoke about this. If the verb comes before, the doer, you can have either one doer or a plural doer with a singular verb. So if we could say, if at-talibatu is coming after the habna, then we will change the verb from dhahabna to dhahabat. Dhahabat at-talibatu ila al-madrasati. Does everyone remember that or not?
Yes, that's a Jumla failure, correct?
Jumla fi'li. No. Do you remember that changing the plural verb to the singular if the doer comes after it? Does everyone remember that or not?
Yes, remember.
Yes, remember.
Okay, let me show you.
Is Wahid. Fail is always Wahid if the file is Zahir.
Yes. I'll show you this again from lesson number 5, because I taught that 2 days ago, so I knew which lesson of 5 it was, 5 or 6. Where is it going? Let me show you. Yeah, lesson 5. This one here. They did this over here. So let me just go to the points to remember. They did it quite well. So this will make it crystal clear. So who has not come on the mic?
Sister Kausar.
Yeah, Sister Kofa, go ahead.
Thank you, Sister Nigat.
Bismillah, Sister Nigat. I was looking at the chat box. Who was? So see this, the file, and this will. Go ahead.
In this lesson, we learned the following: the file, the subject of a verbal sentence. We have already learned that in Arabic there are 2 types of sentence, nominal and verbal. The nominal sentence commences with a noun, and the verbal sentence commences with a verb. The subject of a verbal sentence is called fa'il,
Fa'il. Fa'il.
File, sorry, file, e.g. Zahaba Bilalun, Bilal went. The file is marfu. The file can be a pronoun also, e.g. Zahabu, Zahabu, they went. The file is the waw. Zahabta, sorry, you went. The file is ta. And zahabna, we went. The file is na. Note that in al-tulabu, zahab al-tulabu, the students went. The verb zahaba has no waw at the end, thank you, because zahabu means they went. And if we say zahabu al-tulabu, it means they, the students, went. This is not correct because there cannot be two files for a verb. But we can say al-talibu zahabu. Here, al-talibu is mubtada.
No, at-tullabu.
At-tullabu, sorry. At-tullabu is mubtada, and the sentence zahabu, they went, is khabar. The same also applies to third person feminine, e.g. zahabat al-banatu, the girls went, or al-banatu zahabna. Learn this rule. Nominal sentence, zahabu becomes...
No. At-tullabu, dhahabu.
Oh, sorry. At-tullabu zahabu changes to zahabat tullabu. And at-talibatu zahabna changes to zahabati at-talibatu.
Right, is this clear for everyone so far?
Allah.
Yes.
Yes.
Everyone, Sister Mukarrama, is that clear for you?
Yes, Sheikh.
Sister Butul, Ali?
Ji, Sheikh.
Who's iPad 51? Is it Shabano?
I think it's Batul Manji, auntie.
Sister Butul Manji? Is
G,
okay.
I am.
Okay, I wasn't too. Is that clear for you as well, Butul Manji?
Yeah, so singular verb and the plural
Yes.
nouns.
Yes, plural
And
singular verb and a plural doer, fa'il.
nouns, yeah. And
Yeah.
the other one is plural verb
And plural noun.
and plural noun. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Now, I don't want to take more than an hour itself, so I'm going to go and just finish off what we did. So if you absorb what I've covered today, and then I will, then next week I'll continue from this so that it's not a complete information download for yourself, that you got so much information bombarded to you that you're not able to absorb it. Now, another point to remember, where's it gone? So Sister Sabira, finish it off now, please. Sister Sabira?
Yeah.
Note that inna.
Okay. Note that the noun after inna is mansub. That is, i.e., it has an a ending. After the introduction of inna, the mubtada is no longer called mubtada, but is instead called ismu inna, and the khabar is called khabaru inna. Inna signifies emphasis. It can be translated as indeed, surely, no doubt, and verily. Note the following. If the mubtada has one dhamma, it changes to one fatha after inna. Example, Innal mudarrisa jadidun. Al mudarrisu jadidun. Or rather, it should be the other way around. Al mudarrisu jadidun becomes Innal mudarrisa jadidun. Aminatu talibatun becomes Inna aminata talibatun. If the mubtada has two dhammas, they change the two fathas. Example, Hamidun maridun becomes inna hamidan maridun.
Is that clear? Yes, everyone?
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Sister Amina, can you come on the mic? Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Continue from if the mubtada.
If the mubtada is a pronoun, it changes to its corresponding mansub form. Example, innaka ghaniyun.
No. So anta ghaniyun.
Okay, anta ghaniyun becomes innaka ghaniyun.
Correct.
Are the mansub forms of all the pronouns. See exercise 3. Note that the pronouns of the first person singular and plural have two forms. Inni, inna, innani, and innana.
So inni is surely I, or innani is surely I. Inna and innana, that's surely we and surely we. Okay. Now la'alla comes in the meaning of perhaps, hope, or fear. So this does the same action as inna itself. Go ahead.
La'alla. This is also a particle like inna. It is called one of the sisters of inna. Grammatically, it acts like inna. It signifies hope or fear. For example, al-jawu jamilun. The weather is fine. Becomes la'alla al-jawwa jamilun. I hope the weather is fine. Al-mudarrasu maridun. The teacher is sick. Becomes la'alla al-mudarrasa maridun. I'm afraid the teacher is sick. In
Correct.
this lesson, we have examples of I hope only.
Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do next is this. I'm going to take just about 5 minutes more, and then do some examples from the Quran of inna and try to understand it. I'm going to use, so those people who, when I get the ayah from the Quran, those who are not in this group, I've sent a link in the chat box. You can join the group. Okay. So let me just show you the ayah. So ayah number, Surah Baqarah, verse number 148. So Amina, I want you to do this ayah. Surah Baqarah, verse number 148. Sorry, sorry, I got it now.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, so the ayah is from here, which ayah is going to be the example for this. Inna Allaha. So this one here. Explain where is the ism and the khabar of inna now. Inna Allaha ala kulli shay'in qadirun. So what? Go ahead.
What's the mubtada?
Where is the ism of inna and where is the khabar?
Allah.
Ism is Allah.
How do you know it's the ism of inna?
Because it has it ends with zabar.
It ends with a fatha, correct?
Fatha.
So fatha is the ism of inna. Where is the khabar?
Khabar is
Okay, now look at it here now. Now
Mhm.
let's do this together. Who's going to help Sister Amina? Who wants to come forward?
Let me try.
Go ahead. Explain, Sister. Help Sister Amina. Where is the khabar and what type of khabar is the khabar of inna?
I think Qadirun is the khabar. And he is Qadir on all the things because of two dhammas, the maten. Is it okay?
So
Ali khabar nahi hogi. Ala kulli shayin qadir is all this khabar.
yes.
Yes, on all the things, but
So
he's
what's happening?
Qadir.
So Sister Butumanji, this is what's happening. Inna Allaha is the ism of inna. Do you remember I spoke about the types of khabar? Ala kulli shay'in. Now, straight away, whenever you see ism of inna and in ala kulli, you straight away realize it's a harf jar. So ala kulli shay'in is harf jar. If only ala kulli shay'in came, then ala kulli shay'in would have been the khabar of inna. Okay? Now, you will see qadirun as well. Is qadirun ma'rifa or nakira? Is it coming with alif lam or without alif lam?
Nakira.
It's nakira. And remember, when the mubtada is coming without alif lam, what's the ruling? The khabar comes before. So ala kulli shay'in is khabar muqaddam for qadirun. Qadirun is mubtada muakhar, delayed mubtada, because it does not have alif lam. So the khabar muqaddam and ala kulli shay'in together is jumla ismiya. Remember this? Going back to this example, fil bayti rajulun.
Yeah.
So the whole jumla ismiya is the khabar.
Exactly. The whole jumla ismiya, starting from here all the way down to the ala kulli shay'in qadir, the whole jumla ismiya is the khabar. Does that make complete sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Sister Huma, Sister Sabira, Sister Sadia. Sister Amina, does that make sense to you now?
Yes, thank you.
Doctor, is that clear for you?
Sort of, yes.
What do you mean, sort of? Explain.
No, I think I got it.
So what's okay? Now, the ruling is that the ism of inna is mansoob. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is getting the fatha, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Allah, so the khabar of Allah, the khabar of inna should be marfu. Inna Allah qadirun. So the khabar is marfu. However, whenever a jumla ismiya or a fi'liya comes as the khabar of inna, the harakat of it being marfu is not mentioned on the verbs itself. It's invisible. You will just say the whole jumla ismiya is the khabar itself.
Okay.
And we could say the word mahallan. The word mahal means place. The whole sentence is located in the place of khabar.
Right. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
sir, what about this? Wa innahu lal haqqu min rabbik.
Okay, that's going to be a bit technical to explain to yourself at the moment. I'm not going to do that one because that's going to be a bit more challenging. I'm going to do the easy ones at the moment with you. And let me go through the other one. It's a good one, which you did. This is a good one. I like this one here. Who has not had a chance yet? Who has not had a chance to come on the mic yet? Mukarrama, sis Mukarrama Walji, go on.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna safa wal marwa min sha'airillah.
Correct.
So safa and marwa are the subject, are the mubtada.
Correct.
Min sha'airillah is the jumla, this fi'liya.
No, that's not jumla fi'liya, no.
Min sha'ir is from the signs of Allah. So it is the khabar. It is
Yes,
from the signs.
yeah, min sha'airillah. Min is harf jar. Sha'air is mudaf and majroor, getting a kasra because of min. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mudaf ilay. So the sha'airullah, the word, if the min wasn't there, the word sha'airullah means the signs of Allah. Because of min, the mudaf ilay, the mudaf itself from a dhamma is getting a kasra. So inna safa wal marwata, ism of inna, min sha'airullah is jar and majroor. As I said, as we know that the basic ruling of mubtada and khabar can be jar and majroor. So here, so inna itself, as you know, it enters a sentence containing mubtada and khabar. And whatever the ruling of mubtada and khabar are, they still are applicable to the isms of inna and the khabar of inna itself. Is that clear?
Okay.
So min sha'airullah is the khabar of inna.
So if min was not there from the signs of Allah, it would have been sha'airullah.
If min wasn't there, it'd be sha'airullah, correct? Correct.
Thank you.
Right. Who's going to be next? Sister Butul. Let me just get you the next example. I don't want to do too technical. This one here. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ
Shadidul Azab.
Yes. So where is the ism and where is the khabar?
So wa anna Allah. So ism of Anna is Allah because
Yeah.
it has a fatha.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then Shadidul Azab is the khabar.
Correct.
Because then Shadid is also like
Mudaf and it has a
Mudaf and Mudaf. Who's Azab and it has a kasra as well, Azab.
Exactly. Excellent.
It's quite clear now. Thank you.
Then I'm going to do two more examples. Sister Sabira, are you there?
Yes, yes.
So Sister Sabira, let's do the next example.
So I'm not really good at this.
Yes, you are good at this. Bismillah. This one here.
Inna Allaha Ghafurur Rahim. So indeed, Allah is Ghafur and Rahim.
So where is the ism and where is the khabar?
So Ghafurur Rahim is the ism of Inna.
Inna Allaha qadirun. Ism of inna is what? Mansub or marfu?
Okay. You'll have to explain to me what marfu and whatever means.
So marfu means in the nominative case, it gets a dhamma. So marfu means a dhamma, mansub means fatha. So what was the ruling of the ism of inna? Remember we did this? Let me go back.
Yes, we did this.
You're the one who actually read this for me.
Yes.
So
I'm reading it now and
okay, here, there you go. That's fine. Here. Al-Kitabu Sahlun, the Mubtada, while the second part is called the Khabar. Okay, where's it gone? The particle of inna is used at the beginning of a nominal sentence. And then it said?
Yeah, it said it has a R ending.
Exactly. The note that the noun of after inna is mansub. Mansub meaning when the noun has a fatha or fatha tanween.
Yeah.
And then it says after the introduction of inna, the mubtada is no longer the mubtada, but instead is the ism of inna, and the khabar of inna
It's called the Quran.
Yeah, and it gets a fatha, so it gets a dhamma. So
inna gets a dhamma.
Yes, the khabar of inna gets a dhamma and the ism of inna gets a fatha.
Yeah.
So here What's happening?
So khabar of inna gets a fatah, so that's Allah,
Yes,
and the Ghafurur Rahim are
the khabar.
the khabar because it's got the
Dhamma tanween.
tanween.
Yes.
Okay.
And what about here? What's happening here? Inna Allaha.
Samiyun Alim. So same thing. In Allah Samiyun Alim. So the fatah is the khabar. Allah is a khabar. And the
Allah is
Samiyun
a ism.
is the
Allah.
ism, sorry,
Yep.
is the noun of inna. And the Samiyun Alim is the khabar of inna.
Correct. Is that clear now?
Yes, I'm glad I asked you what that meant because sometimes I read and it doesn't go in.
Now, ask all questions. Please feel free. I'm not one of those teachers who get annoyed when students ask questions because the more you ask me questions and the more I'm willing to give you more information. So
Yeah, but I'm one of those students who, when I understand everything and somebody doesn't, then I get a bit impatient. So now that the role is reversed, I don't want anyone to get impatient with me asking silly questions.
no, not at all, not at all. I see. I have so many students ask me questions. I never lose my patience. Okay. The last one.
Can I give a tip? Somebody gave me
Yeah.
about remembering ism of inna and khabar of inna.
Go ahead.
So they said always go to inna Allah wa malaikatuhu.
Yep, that's what I normally use
Which
myself.
we always are running in all the time in our brain.
Yep, that's a good one. Okay, last one, sister. Dr. Zafar, Bismillah. Inna Allah.
La yuhibbul mu'tadeen. So ismul inna would be Allah.
Correct.
And khabru inna will be la yuhibbul mu'tadeen.
So what? So la yuhibbul mu'tadeen. Mu'tadeen adun, which are excessive. Those who are who go excessively wild. He does not like people who are do things excessively. Now, what type of sentence is this? La yuhibbul mu'tadeen.
It's can't remember.
La yuhibbu. What is it a verb or a noun?
It's a verb.
Present tense verb.
MashaAllah. What's the past tense?
La. So what's the past tense? Yuhibbu.
Yes. What's the past tense of yuhibbu?
Habba.
Habba.
Ahabba with the alif.
Ahabba. Okay.
Ahabba yuhibbu.
Habba will become imperative.
No. Ahabba is alif lam. Ahabba, he liked. La yuhib, yuhibbu, he is liking. Present tense.
Okay. Habba yuhibbu.
Yeah. Ahabba yuhibbu. Al-mu'tadeen is the object. So surely Allah, la means
does not.
Loves.
It does not like.
Does not like.
Does not
The
like.
people who do things excessively.
Okay.
So now this is jumla fi'liya. Correct? It's a verbal sentence.
Yeah.
So the verbal sentence here is now coming as the khabar of inna.
Yes.
Like I explained over here.
Yes.
Here is the same thing happening as well.
Yeah.
Only thing is happening is that inna is coming and it's changing the harakat of Allah from a dhamma to a fatah. Is that clear?
Yeah. So because it's ismu inna.
Correct.
It has become fatah.
Yes.
La yuhibbul mu'tadeen is the jumla fi'liya.
Correct.
And is the khabrul inna.
Correct. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send in the group, I'm going to send you some ayat of the Quran, and I want you to go through them and mark where is the ism of inna and the khabar of inna. Can everyone do that for me? I'll give you 5 to 6 examples, and I want you to do that as homework. Is that possible?
Yes.
Yes, inshallah.
May I ask a question there, Lama sir?
Yes, this is Saudi.
There is this is la yuhibbul mu'tadina. Why it is a fatha or at the end there?
Okay. I was waiting for someone to ask me that question, and you have.
Thank you. I wanted to ask that as well.
Okay.
मफूल बिही की वजह से ये मफूल
Yes.
बिही है
Yes.
और ये महलन मरफू है महलन.
Yeah, thank you. That made it even more complicated. Marfu bihi and mahalan.
Because if after fail there is maful bihi there, or that always mansoob.
Okay.
And because it is khabar of inna, so it's called mahalan marfu.
Let me explain here.
Whether it has any
Let me explain. Let me explain. Now, the word, okay, mu'tadin, the root, the actual word itself is, I'm just writing this in the group so that everyone has the word. I'm just writing this down. The original word in its original state is al-mu'taduna. The original word is al-mu'taduna. Have you got it?
Yeah.
It's same as
Muna.
muslimuna, but this word has a weak letter. Okay, this word has a weak letter. Now, the word al-muslimuna, what is the ruling in the state? The word al-muslimuna is a sound masculine plural. Sound masculine plural. And with a sound masculine plural, when it comes as a doer of a verb, or it comes as the mubtada, it ends with a waw and noon. The waw and the noon is the sign of nominative case, halatul raf. Remember, like when we say ja'a zaydun, and ja'a zaydun, who is a doer?
Zayd.
Zaydun. Zaydun is getting a dhamma tanween, correct? Now, with the sound masculine plurals, the noun does not get a dhamma tanween. The waw and noon is the sign to show that the noun is in its nominative case, in its original state. So al-muslimuna comes in the state of raf. Now, whenever al-muslimuna comes in as an object, the waw noon changes to a exactly. MashaAllah, you're doing well. I like
So,
the
sir, is this plural?
Yes, it is plural.
Okay.
So ja'al musli. So first of all, I'll need to put the verb ra'aytu. So no, let's use ana uhibbu. Uhibbu al-muslimina. What does that mean?
I love Muslims.
Loves the Muslim.
Uhibbu. I love.
Loves.
I love.
I love.
Yeah. Uhibbu al-muslimina. I love the Muslims. Who is doing the action of loving?
Me.
Me. Exactly. Al-muslimina is the object. If it was one Muslim, what would it be? If it was one Muslim?
Muslim. No.
MashaAllah. Excellent, everyone. Uhibbu Muslim.
Man.
Uhibbu Musliman. I love a Muslim. Now, because it's a sound masculine plural, with a sound masculine plural, you change the waw noon to a ya noon, and the previous letter gets a kasra. So mu'tadun, because it's becoming as an object of yuhibbu, surely Allah, He does not like the people who do things excessively. It's the object. So mu'tadun becomes as an object, and it's a maf'ul, becomes mu'tadin. Is that clear now for you, Sister Sadia?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
Sister Homa, is that clear for you?
Yes, Sheikh.
Sister Kauthar, Sister Shabano. Where's Sister Shabano? She hasn't come.
Did you say you were writing this down somewhere, Mulana Sahib?
I'll go in the chat box.
It's not come. Has it come up?
It's in the group.
In the group. Have you joined the group yet?
In your WhatsApp.
Can you send the group link to the
I have.
WhatsApp?
It's in the actual Zoom link. Check in the Zoom box. I've sent the link.
I clicked on that, but it doesn't seem to have come up on my phone.
No, it is in the WhatsApp group.
I've sent the link in the WhatsApp in the chat box. Here, I'll send it again.
Yeah, I did click on that, but it.
Can you send this to the?
I don't want to send it in that group because it may be feeling trespassing. So that's the reason why I sent it in the group here.
No, we don't think you're trespassing, Mulana Sahib. Please, trespass.
Here, I've sent this here examples here.
Oh, Jazakallah, Jazakallah.
So the first one was the original was al-mu'tadun, and same as al-muslimun, and ja'a zaydun, Zayd came. So zaydun is getting a dhamma tanween because it's a doer of the verb, and every doer of the verb is in the nominative case. And next example, when the word al-muslimuna comes as an object for the verb, uhibbu al-muslimina, the word wa'nun changes to a yanun. And if it was one Muslim, Sister Sabira, are you there? Apologies, the class is slightly prolonged today. Uhibbu musliman, I love a Muslim. So a Muslim is getting a fatha tanween because it's a singular noun. But when it was a plural, it would be uhibbu al-muslimina. And the word al-mu'tadun, when that is an object for a verb, as uhibbu, it will change to wa'nun to ya'nun. So uhib la yuhibbu al-mu'tadin. And that's all what I'm going to teach, nothing more than that.
MashaAllah.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Has that clarified you about inna itself now, its usage? To some extent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very clear, yeah. Alhamdulillah.
Brilliant. Okay.
So I think next week, Mulana, I need to ask you a question and then you can elaborate a bit more on, there was a sentence before the end of the first note, before we came to La'alla, we had innana and inna and innani and inni. So
yeah.
Just kind of elaborate on those, please.
So, yeah, that's a lot. So basically, in a nutshell, what it is that there are two different ways. This one here, inni or innani. So what's happened here? Both of them, inni and innani, are two different ways of saying surely I. Innana and inna, it's surely we. So there's two different ways of saying. So what's happened? It's this. It was the pronoun coming with inna.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's attached pronouns.
Exactly. So this chart we did here.
Yes, of course. Yeah, okay.
Got that? Is literally that. So that these here, when huwa comes, when huwa is in the beginning of the sentence, as you know, huwa can come as a mubtada.
Yeah.
When inna comes in the beginning of the sentence, the huwa changes to innahu.
Innahu, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And so forth. So all of these, whenever they come, innahum, innahunna, they come as the ism of inna.
Yeah.
Right. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj. I hope this
Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you so much.
a good revision for everyone, and everyone will understand everything. Okay.
Please, could you put the link in the other group because it's not working for me from the chat?
Okay, I'll send you a private link to you, sister. Doctor. Okay, no problem. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa